That's right. Ending the competition quicker than your boy A-Fraud and J-Lo, DC. It's disqualified opinions, baby.
A-Roy.
Yes. Still can't stand you, A-Rod. You still suck, and you can't even keep a good woman. And you know what, J-Lo? If you need another young tenderoni, call me. I'll be your next stand-in.
Time out. I know this is not on subject, but can we technically... All right, we're going to let it go. Because is it really his fault? She done had like 10 engagements, but that's just my fault.
You know what? That's a great topic because a lot of times it is the women, and kind of looks like it here too, even though it's some speculation. But
well, J-Lo, stop dating light skin, man. That's all.
That's it.
That's it.
If you got one more, you holla at me. If you got one more. But we back again. This is Qualified Opinions. We are purpled out. That purple haze is rising because it's time to talk about those Baltimore Ravens, and we got a very, very, very special guest. I'll let him introduce himself in a second, but what's good, fellas? Good to see y'all again.
You know, always a pleasure to be down here with you fine gentlemen. Paul.
Outside of the light skin slander.
I mean,
it's a daily thing. It's okay. We get used
happens.
to it.
I appreciate everybody in uniform, you know.
This was not planned, America.
It just made sense, you know. It was easier this way.
Well, this next man needs no introduction, but as I always do, I'm going to let him introduce himself. Talk heavy. Hey, this man's a big, big supporter of the show, always bringing in some commentary, even comments on my show, other show, The Flex Zone, so I appreciate it. Another Poly alumni. We just keeping the hits coming over here with the
We do keep it coming.
I don't think we missed, much like Lil Baby right now. Us Poly alumni, we don't miss.
True. And you know we keep bringing back the best class of Poly.
The 2011
class of Poly.
That's the
reunion.
He said it this week. I didn't say it.
Hey, yo, I knock all this shit away.
Everybody except Real can get out for real.
The best class.
And that's when Murray had a what?
Little lamb.
Right.
Hey, go ahead, brother. Introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are.
Hey, it's your man, Eric, at Greatness Calls on Twitter. Big supporter of everything Ravens. If you need any updates, just follow your boy on Twitter. We're going to get it popping with everything that you need to know.
Jameson Hensley, he's on your heels, baby. Let's get to it, Roz. What we doing today?
So today, as you can see, since we are in uniform, we're giving you the Ravens. It's been a minute since we talked about the purple, black, gold, white, just our amazing jerseys. Like, we have some of the best jerseys
We
in
do.
the league.
They don't miss on those either.
And we're gonna go through a couple
the practice
things.
jerseys we use more. That's it. The black ones.
So we're gonna give you our season recap, talk about the heartache that was our season, go through some of the things that have happened in the offseason so far and things that we want to see moving forward. Just giving y'all a quick little just uptick. We haven't given y'all any sports talk in a while. So we're going to start it off with just the season recap, how we feel as though the season went, what we went wrong, what things went right, what we can progress upon. Pretty much. Whoever wants to start, because I don't really want to.
Well, as far as the season went wrong, you know, on offense, typically in the game of football, you have two options. You can run the ball or you can throw the ball.
Pretty simple.
The Ravens choose to do one thing, and that is run the ball and not throw the ball. So when you refuse to throw the ball, eventually it makes you a one-dimensional team and somewhat predictable and easy to stop, which is how you end up basically not scoring any offensive points in a playoff game.
So my question to that, because this is something that you hear a lot, why does our offense do so well in the regular season versus the playoffs?
I think in the regular season, there is not as much of an emphasis on trying to stop the one thing that you do well. Also, better teams, better coaching in the playoffs. And it's not like we lose the good teams in the regular season. I just think, in general, we refuse to kind of adapt to the situation at times. If something's not working, go away from it. And I don't think we do that often.
I tend to agree with that. So, in the playoffs, it's kind of like we use what got us there, while other teams are going to adjust. Like, we'll go to it like teams are not double mark, not double Hollywood. But in the playoffs, as we saw, they'll double mark Andrews, take him out the game. He's not a jump ball specialist. He got to be hit up the seam.
Put 8 in the box. And just put 8 in the box. That's it.
Playoff Hollywood shows up, but that's comebacks, little option routes in the middle of the field when we run them 2 times a game. But other than that, we have nobody else. There's no ways to use everybody else. Pat Ricard in the Tennessee Titans game was the leading skill snap count guy. Can't do that. We got through that game, luckily, thanks to magic from Lamar. Superman Lamar. Only reason we won that game. And then we saw trying to use that same strategy next week. That means we keeping everything tight, not spreading the field out, not letting Lamar use his speed. We got an identity problem.
Repeated route concepts, not good spacing on those route concepts, and just a bad pass play design overall is also a contributing factor to the end of the Baltimore Ravens in 2020.
Yes, I do believe we had, at least, not saying, our receivers were Julio Jones or anything, but I do believe we had decent enough receivers to where we could have gotten somewhere if we passed the ball a little bit better. Willie Snead wasn't that bad, bro.
He wasn't that good either.
I said decent.
Honestly, he was the most consistent
That's what I'm
receiver we
saying.
had all year.
You heard me
Consistent.
say, choose my word carefully. Decent. I think we had decent enough.
If they use them right,
Yeah,
basically,
right.
you
Use them
saying we can
correctly, yeah.
move
So
the
y'all-
ball effectively enough.
So
Thank
y'all
you.
agreeing with what Willie Snead said on Twitter?
No.
Like,
What did he
I
say?
agree with you, Willie.
What did he
I
say?
agree with you, Neef.
I wouldn't
Anybody
say he
can be
was
a
the
number
one.
one in
No,
the right
Be a
system.
number one.
No.
Willie
Be a
Snead
number
was
one,
the
Willie.
Willie wasn't never a number one
That's
either.
what-
He fell into Drew Brees'
No.
lap.
And still was not a number. No.
He was a number 3.
No.
It was our number one first year he was here.
He caught a lot of passes. I don't think he was ever number 1 receiver.
No.
He wasn't supposed to be.
But
the
I
number
liked
one,
him in
though.
our
88
system
catches.
though. But I think my whole thing is, we all said it, it's adjustments.
Yeah.
We do not make second half adjustments. We do not make mid game throughout. Only game we made adjustments that I can remember in recent memory was the Colts game, where we went to a hurry up offense.
We did.
And I thought for a second,
That was
this is what we
good.
were going to do moving forward.
Revolution.
Because, like you said, when you have a Ferrari, you let that Ferrari go. You don't hold that Ferrari back. You let it operate in space.
Exactly.
And when you have the most dynamic quarterback ever, yes, I'm saying it, probably most dynamic player in the league, you have to let him do what he does best. Use his legs. Not always running, but like Roz, myself, DC, we always say, no sprint options, no waggles, no bootlegs, none of the things to make the defense account for his legs.
Screens.
Yeah.
Every play,
Screens.
there should be an option for Lamar to use his legs, whether to throw, run, or utilize one of the options. You got J.K. Dobbins, who's going to be a star. I see him. I see a lot of Ray Rice.
He just
Running
run
back
a
in that
screen.
draft.
I mean, it's things that piss you off, like Rel said. We have the talent on offense, especially. And defensively, we make chicken salad out of chicken shit, really. Because our
For real.
defensive players aren't really that great on the front seven like that. Our back end is as good as anybody, but we don't have a man up front on the front seven that you got to double.
Calais
You
Campbell.
don't.
Campbell.
You don't have to double Calais.
Brandon
Not at
Williams.
this point.
You
Not
don't
at
got
this
double
point.
Brandon Williams.
You do have to double.
You got
Brandon
double
Williams
work
is good
because
against the
of-
run.
because
Big,
of just
he
how
big.
big
He just holds up
How
space.
big he
But
He
I
takes
think-
up 2 people because he's that big.
With what we're able to do on
It's not really a
defense,
double. I understand.
we're doing them a disservice. I just feel like we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we have to get some new tires. That's just my opinion. Because we run the ball the best ever.
No, I think we need to reinvent the wheel. The only reason why I say that is I'm a big stickler of when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And y'all have heard me on this show. I've gone back and forth in regards to what to do with this man, Greg Roman. I'll just name him. And he's shown over the course of his offensive coordinating career, he doesn't give a fuck about passing the
He
football.
doesn't. I was looking at his stats when he was with the 49ers, a cat,
He's never
Yeah.
ranked higher than
At all.
27th in passing.
at all.
This is why I disagree with the weapons thing, because if I start naming weapons, none of them are living up to what I believe they could be. Even Marquise Brown, because he has to earn that nickname from me again. He did have
Playoffs he got
he
it.
played he
Playoffs
might
he
be
got it?
playoff Hollywood.
All right,
That might be his
playoff
name.
Hollywood.
Playoff Hollywood.
Regular season, he's like off Broadway.
Yeah, he's NB. Yeah. He's playoff
here.
Hollywood.
The one in
When
Baltimore.
the lights is shining, he do
He
show
the
up for playoff time.
Hippodrome Brown.
Yeah. But during the regular season, he has shown moments of disappearing, whether that is the possible diva in him or just. Let me not say that, because I think all wide receivers are divas, no matter what. But outside of that, and Mark Andrews, do you believe in Miles Boykin?
No.
I say we should move the tight end.
don't even
We
know
didn't
who
really
that
see
Trash
enough.
there, too.
Yeah, you ain't got
Like,
the strength for that.
we need to move him.
That
to
boy
coach.
is cotton
Yeah, we-
soft.
Let's talk
Put him in the Vikings deal, please. Get us Alan Thielen ASAP.
Something.
Need it right now, like yesterday.
We haven't really seen enough out of Devin Duvernay. I did like when I saw.
They just don't use him.
I did like when I saw,
We
but we didn't
had
use him, so I can't.
two-
The report is out.
Really good rookies.
I like Prochet
Well,
too.
my issue
Yes.
is we had 4 of the same receiver last year.
So use them that way.
Willie Snead, Marquise
It worked for the
Brown,
Patriots
Devin
for like
Duvernay,
10 years straight.
Exactly.
James Prochet are all
But
of
the Chiefs have the same
guy.
receivers.
Thank
They
you.
Wide
They all-
receiver.
because Sammy Watkins don't play.
We
know-
don't
you know who they
have
got?
the playbook.
You know
for
who else
that.
they got?
That's the thing.
Who else they got? Andy Reid and
Eric
Eric
Bieniemy.
That's
Bieniemy.
no excuse. You know what you drafted.
But listen,
I'm talking
their
about
offense is
coaching
nothing but a West Coast offense, Rouse. So it's not like they're doing nothing that you've never seen before. They're not revolutionary.
They
They run a
ran-
West Coast offense.
Same concept, same gun, same person.
The same thing he was doing with McNabb in Philly.
It is.
Greg Roman is doing the same thing he was doing with Cap in San Francisco.
Exactly.
Hey, they made it to a Super Bowl, so obviously he can do something,
What
right?
happened to them in that Super Bowl?
I'm not saying he shouldn't be on the hot seat.
What happened?
That's because they
That's
turned.
because the lights.
Turn lights.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
No, I just think.
the momentum literally got shifted to
Yeah,
zero.
I just think.
from 2
Shout
hours.
out, shout out,
He was
shout out to
That was a
Beyonce.
blowout.
Shout out to
That was
Beyonce.
a
I just
blowout.
think, and this can segue to the next point. Coaching is very, very important because I don't think we should get rid of Greg Roman because his run concepts are second to none.
No, I'm
we are the
giving-
greatest
I'm
run
giving
team
him
of
one
all
more year.
time.
Be a run game
Yes,
coordinator.
and
then
like
we should find
we
somebody
did in the
else to-
offseason, I hope they utilize,
Be
like
the offensive coordinator.
Eric said, to utilize these route concepts and not run a goddamn slot out. Yeah, I said it. Because it's ridiculous watching these route concepts. It's ridiculous.
Okay, since he said it, let's talk about it.
It's terrible.
In the
high-
playoff game,
high
the
school's
Ravens
run better
ran
offense.
slot outs 5 times. For those that do not know, a slot out is basically you have 4 people running route concepts, 2 on each side. You have 2 people running a streak, go, fly, whatever you want to call it. They are going straight.
Whatever you want to call it.
And you have 2 people who are running anywhere between 5 to 10 yards and cutting to the sideline. My issue with this is Lamar is not really a check down quarterback. He is a big play when it comes to the passing game to me. Do I think he can make the small plays? Yes.
I think he needs.
That would be the
But
next
I
level.
don't think that.
Yeah.
I think that's a step
next
that he
level.
has to
Yeah.
take, which is taking the minimal yards to build those
We
drives to
make
go
him wear the
downfield.
cape so much that he just get
He
used to it.
feels like he has to.
Sometimes it is him.
Sometimes you can. Yeah, it be people wide open in the flat. We've seen
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
seen
sometimes
multiple
it is
instances
him.
on
It is
film.
So he like, man, I gotta take the shot. He
He
finally
wants
called the
He
shot.
wants
I gotta
20 yards
take it.
instead of 7.
In his mind, it's like, yo, I can run for 5 yards. Exactly.
Exactly,
To you right
exactly.
here.
But my issue with that is if the person is 5 yards away from you and you throw them the football and they have the ability to make a move, it's going to take them less time to get more yards than it is for you to escape. Get the 5 yards to where they are. Hope that person understands what you're doing and blocks for you, and then get more yards. That's my issue.
I just think that's what the next elevation of his game to make him that elite quarterback we know he can be because the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, doesn't have the strongest arm. He made a living dinking and dunking a lot of his career. So using it as an extension of the run game, because it's always going to be there. Every play is going to be the flat's going to be open.
My only issue is I think
Especially
one
for
takes away
receivers.
from the other to a certain extent as well, though. If you ask him to check down a lot more, you'll see him running less. So you do have to, as a fan, understand that if I'm asking...
I think we need to have.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing. But
not-
I'm just saying, in some situations, you'll see things like the Tennessee run not happen because he checked it down. Because I'm pretty sure it was a check down on that play. In some way, shape, or form, he could have checked it down somewhere. He did not.
He'll make
I
a
think with
dynamic
that
play.
play specifically though, he was already in scramble mode because he was avoiding the rush.
But
So
sometimes
once he
does
got
that-
rolling, it was just-
sometimes he does that without needing to avoid the rush. Sometimes he does not trust his pocket to sustain the block in which it is. And I'll give him this year because our offensive line was ass. And once you lose Marshall Yonder,
Yes.
it does put a mind thing on you. Like one of the best offensive linemen in the history of the NFL is no longer here.
Top 25.
He's not able
I said
to kind of maneuver and help the other offensive linemen. And our offensive line was just a shambles. Shout out to the best offensive lineman we had this year. I'm not gonna say his name, you know. He was
He was not.
He was the best offensive
He
lineman.
was
we had
not. The guy that played left tackle is the best
this year.
offensive
The guy that
lineman we
played
had
left
this
guard
year.
was the best offensive lineman we had this season.
Drunk.
Bradley Bozeman.
Yes.
Should we move him to center?
Yes.
He was originally
I
drafted.
think
to
we
play
should
center.
move him at guard, bro.
He was-
Move him
No, I think he should play
to
center.
center
I should,
and end it.
So who you want at left guard?
Get a left guard.
I'm cool with Trey Turner if he wanted to
We
take
can
a
get a
pay
center.
cut.
I'd rather both.
It's hard to
play
find
guard.
centers. It's
Yeah, I
hard to
agree.
find
Last great center we had was Matt Burke.
It's hard to find
So,
centers.
we
Especially
did-
you got Corey, you got Lensley out there tonight.
You need
Who
a
got?
decent center. I
Alex
think Alex Mack. Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
He'll suffice.
No, throw him in trash.
Did y'all like Tristan Colin
TCC?
Yeah.
He was all right.
He was all right.
He was cool.
He more like a nastier Makari. That's the only thing. They about the same player to me.
We ain't even got to bring up the bad snaps. Oh my gosh.
Snapping the football was the hardest thing.
We need an under center
watch.
offense, plain and simple. I'm
Yeah,
done with
I
the
think
pistol.
our offense
Either
is
get
a
up
lot
either
better
Lamar
under
either needs
center.
to be in the gun or under the center.
God.
This in between pistol, it needs
Every
to be
play.
eliminated.
I agree.
Point
I think
blank
we play a lot better under
Period.
the center.
If you want to go seeing forward, I don't want to jump ahead or nothing like that. Need to be a simple. Like Tampa Bay made the running game very simple for Tom Brady. When I bring my man in motion, if I'm going to run it, because it's 1-on-1, and we're going to hit it to the outside. Lamar need to be like that. It doesn't need to be the read option or anything like that. You need to make this easy. You need to simplify that run game a little bit, so that way the passing game can be more complex, in my opinion. Because we run the ball the best in the league.
I would like to keep a little bit of both. The only thing I will say is, I think as fans, I've noticed that some run plays, Lamar already knows that he's keeping it.
Yeah.
He already has decided, I'm not giving it to the running back.
It may be by design.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying sometimes. That's why I can't.
Yeah, I don't think they run actual RPOs. I think it's already predetermined.
Yeah, it's predetermined.
I think it's a 50-50 in there. I think some of them he does have the ability.
25.
Yeah.
75,
I think a lot of time he does have the ability to just hand it off and he pulls it. I think he does.
Touchdown.
But like you said, we don't run
Counter
any
dash.
screens, no jet sweeps, none of those things that
We have the
personnel to
players,
do it.
yes.
We have slot receivers that can
Yes.
make these kind of plays.
All I'm saying is I've seen every other team in the NFL
What about our
run
forward
that
motion, though?
trips left or that trips
Oh, yeah,
right
yeah,
wide
that's
receiver
my
set
play.
where the one wide receiver comes and it breaks. I've never seen the Ravens run that in the history of our offense, and we'll probably never see it. A
And the
screen.
thing is, when we
have
do-
not run a screen.
And then when we do, it's to a fullback or a tight end. And I'm like, come on.
Again, I feel like we try to make ourselves seem smart with the Pat Ricard. Pat Ricard, I love him. But, again, big thing is identity. Nick Boyle, Pat Ricard, we try to make it smart with that. But if you put them both on the field at the same time, just slowing down our Ferrari. As you said, slowing down our Ferrari. It doesn't make sense for all that. Like, that just tells the defense what we're about to do. And that's when we get to the playoffs. Oh, they're win heavy. They're about to run. And that ends that right there. It doesn't lead to any progression. It's nothing builds on anything in our offense. It's either we're heavy and we're running, or we're empty and we're throwing, and defenses don't have any guesswork.
I agree. Because I think one of my biggest issues is down and distance. I think we play down and distance either extremely well or extremely bad. If that first down, Mark Ingram 2-yard run doesn't happen, no offense, Mark Ingram. Shout out to you for getting paid from the Texans, by the way.
Should have went to Buffalo, but I'm gonna leave it
Definitely.
alone.
I said that at the end of the season.
I think we're only bad in third and longs because we don't throw the ball. Back to
But
that
if you-
same point.
But if you can get 3, 4, 5 yards on first down, it puts you in second and manageable. It allows you to open up your playbook. Even though our playbook isn't really
No,
that
that
open to
playbook
begin
stay
with.
close.
But
Wrong team. Wrong
um,
team, bros.
I'm always gonna root for us. So 2021 should definitely be there will be a lot of changes, I believe, just due to what we're about to get into next, which is all the coaching changes. The Ravens lost David Culley, Andy Bischoff, Joe Cullen, Zachary Orr, former Raven, Sterling Lucas, Brian Duker, Jesse Minter, Mike McDonald, and Matt Weiss. I don't know how to pronounce it. Weiss, I was right. We gained Rob Ryan, Jay Peterson, Jason Brooks, Anthony Weaver, another former Raven, Keith Williams, and T. Martin.
Shout out to T. Martin. Shout out to USC.
I was gonna say you gotta throw the USC.
Shout
Fight
out
on.
Keith Williams,
Fight
man.
on USC.
Shout out Keith Williams, man. Get that job. That's what I like.
I'm hoping that with
Follow him
the,
at Wideouts if y'all ain't doing it right now.
he did have me follow him. I'm hoping that the introductions of Keith Williams and T. Martin will jumpstart what has been a lackluster passing game. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm really like downplaying our passing game, because Lamar did lead the league in passing touchdowns a couple seasons ago. But I think it was the shock factor of our offense. We were getting a lot of high octane, large passing plays during that time frame, and wide receivers struggle in their second year, their third year, and Hollywood put up numbers that, and with a bad foot. So I think he came into this season with high expectations, especially when you look at the off-season videos. He put on like 5
Even his
pounds
first
of weight.
2 to 3 games this year looked like he was on the way to.
Yeah, he looked like
Look at the summer. He actually did. You can still say the trajectory is up.
Yeah, I agree.
If you look at it.
wide receivers have a hard second year. You'll see it with Justin Jefferson this year. I believe.
I just want him to
Main
bring
weapon.
his hands to work, bro. You got one job. You got one job. Catch the football.
It's facts. But I'm hoping that the coaching staff that is already there, being John Harbaugh and Greg Roman, allow Keith Williams and T. Martin to be able to incorporate things into our offense. My biggest issue with Greg Roman's style of offense is it is on so much of deception, which it really isn't, because it all looks the same, but if you know it's a run, it's not deception.
It's not deception.
So
Exactly.
It's just a matter of who's running.
yeah, that's the only thing. So it's like, it's kind of hard. I think to have somebody come in and adjust that because he wants the personnel to look a certain way. He wants it to fit a certain thing, which is why I think when we get into down the distances, you just see us go 4 or 5 wide out. Just outs
with no plan.
3 people in the same atmosphere of 3 yards. That's another thing that blows me.
I said that. I said poor
backyard
pass.
football. 5 wide out, get to the first down. I don't even know what you.
Or they're gonna do 5 wide and the quarterback draw. Like,
exactly. That's it.
Come on.
First, second down. It's all tight, all within the hashes.
Just use Lamar's gifts. Like, let him lose his legs every play. Let him move the pocket. Like they do with Mahomes. Let him
I think
move the
sometimes
pocket.
he needs to do that himself too, though. Because I feel like sometimes he doesn't. I think the best 2 people that I've seen do this is Russ and Patrick Mahomes. They use their legs to force the defense to make adjustments and movements towards them, which does also still open up things.
And that's another thing Lamar needs to work on. Reading defenses, pre-snap adjustments, probably. Things
That's
like that.
something that he lost with Yonda as well, because a lot of higher IQ offensive linemen can help their quarterback with those pre-snap reads and those understandings.
To the coaching,
We lost almost everybody.
I like the Rob Ryan hire. As long as he's not calling plays.
that's fine. I just think it's addition by subtraction. Losing David Culley, I think he was not a good coach. You've been in the NFL 25 years and you've never been a coordinator, and all of a sudden you get a head coach job. I don't know what to even call that.
Shout out to you though, because you black.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like a white man's dream. Honestly, just get a random job.
Yeah, we're also old though, so this was probably his last chance.
He should.
He'll be gone in 3 years.
He's blessed in that.
Less than
He
that.
should have taken the job,
But the
but
Houston Texans aren't going nowhere. So
Yeah,
they're gonna be
do
cheap
it.
and keep him for.
They're gonna keep him for a good little minute there.
3 years
terrible.
max. 3 years max.
they are
Let's just say
terrible.
3 years. They're gonna let all the niggas suffer. Him, Lovey, who else on that staff? You know.
I know who's
I
not.
I don't know. I know he grabbed somebody from us too. He grabbed somebody from us.
Well, save your money, all right.
I forgot where Zachary Orr went, but
Shout out to him.
definitely a feel good story.
Yeah.
I loved him as a player.
Zach will go. Can't remember.
Loved him as a player.
Keith Williams will be wonderful for Hollywood Brown. I'm just going to leave it at that. Getting off the
Oh,
line.
Ingram is who we got. David Culley. He got Ingram to go to Texas to Houston with him.
That's somebody on the staff too.
Yeah, he got somebody on our staff.
Did he take the what is his name? I can't think of his name.
We do a good job bringing in coaches, though. I will give us that when it comes to like assistants and position
Somebody-
coaches.
He's the linebackers coach for the Jaguars now. Zachary Orr.
Okay. Yeah, because
It's a good place to go.
Urban Meyer got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer just still. Urban just still. Can't remember who Cully stole like Houston.
I know he stole somebody. I know
Thought
he
it
did.
was
Well,
the QB's
either way,
coach.
good riddance.
Yeah,
I just
either
hope
way.
that they
South
let
Boys.
T. Martin actually call some passing
I
game
need all the
concepts.
videos. I need all the videos of wide receiver practice. I need
That is
all
a
the
very
videos.
good school to take somebody who called passing game.
For anybody that's not into the coaches, I'll keep it real simple with the 2. Keith Williams, all our wide receivers better not get touched getting off the line. When he does it, Devontae Adams, go watch it. Tyreek Hill, go watch it. They his 2 wide receivers.
Devontae has the best feet in the NFL.
And Tyreek has the second best.
Right, I was gonna say those probably the top
Those
2.
2, Keith Williams, taught. So our wide receivers better get it done. T. Martin, you know all the names: Juju, Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods. There's more. Whatever they want to say, they're gonna learn.
I
the
could
nuances
go
of
off,
the
but
game.
I'm not. Yeah, I ain't gonna go there.
He took our tight ends coach, Andy Bishop. That's who
Okay.
went to Houston. He also got Pep Hamilton. Remember we was talking about him too. I actually
He
wanted
got
him.
Pep to get.
Yeah, I wanted Pep.
I wanted Pep so
Pep
bad.
Hamilton hasn't really had the same level of success since Luck retired, but
I wouldn't have minded him as a QB coach.
XFL lighting it up, and then got Justin Herbert to do what he did.
I really like the Rob Ryan pickup. I think that might have been my 3rd favorite pickup.
I'm glad he's not a coordinator though.
Yeah, as long as he's not calling
He's
plays.
overly
it's good.
aggressive on
Now we do
defense.
have to get him some linebackers to coach, but you know,
Some outside. We got inside.
I'm just saying. Well, they better play Billy Carson too. He needs to play more.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Yeah,
He'll start. He'll
That's the
start.
guy.
I mean, he started last year for the most part.
I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully,
yeah.
because LJ Fort.
No, he started in the beginning, not in the middle, and then at the end. He started day 1.
LJ Fort is getting his snaps cut, and I like LJ Fort, but you
I like
kinda let the young
them
guys-
being together though. I like that little in between because I think LJ Ford is that guy who's just always around the football.
Yep.
No matter what, when he's near the football. So I like that high octane.
Just wanna see, hopefully get something out of
white
Jalen
guy. I
Ferguson,
like the
too.
high octane.
Hopefully.
White guy. I just
Hope we can get something out of Jalen Ferguson because I am. very
He's
pissed
due
off.
for the Ravens.
What's his
bump.
name?
He's
Snack,
due for the Ravens. bump.
Sackmaster. What's the name?
Nah,
Trash
Sack-
Daddy. Trash Daddy.
Trash
Sack Daddy's his name.
No,
I
Trash
get
Daddy.
Scratch Daddy in a playoff game.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Healthy scratch. I don't like that.
People was calling him.
I'm not gonna
He
lie.
for the
As a
30-year
grown
buck,
man,
right?
I don't want to.
Hopefully.
And he
Never
be-
grown
As a
man
grown
call me
man,
daddy.
I don't want you to call me sack daddy. That sounds crazy to me. Like
Could have won anything. Sack master.
Yeah, I do like
sack
that.
anything.
I don't call me nothing with sack and nothing with daddy if you are a grown man.
All right. So
Call me by my last name. Ferguson.
there will be more changes, of course. I know they also elevated a couple people throughout possessions. I'm not going to go through all of that and bore you guys. Let's move on to offseason. The biggest thing, the reason we're really here. So far, the Ravens have made a couple moves. Gus Edwards got tendered. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a second or third
It's
round
a second.
pick.
It's a second round
Second.
tender.
Yeah.
Second round tender.
TCC got tendered, and Christian Welsh also got tendered as well. Pernell McPhee got re-signed. Right now, we do have the pending trade of Orlando Brown Jr. Who knows where he's going to go? I've been hearing rumors of 6 teams have reached out.
16.
Um,
Vikings is a big.
Marcus Peters restructured.
yeah, Marcus Peters got.
Justin Ellis recently.
I wasn't going to talk about that.
Come on, man.
I don't.
He's not.
He
with
didn't
me.
do anything.
We need depth.
Was
we
he-
need depth.
He's
That's
literally
It's a depth.
Washed. I just rather us just hope that
He literally
Broderick
just there to hold Brad Williams
Washington
when he
just
hurt.
has a
That's
second
it.
round
That's
bump.
it.
I think Broderick Washington is better than him right now, and he looked bad.
I like
last year.
Matabuke.
Well, Matabuke looked good last year.
I like Matt. Yeah,
He looked good
Yeah,
last year.
I agree.
Yeah.
He needs more snaps.
I was concerned that they let him wear the number that he wore, but then I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
go
nah,
ahead, do your
man,
thing, Pip.
that's
Do your
that man
thing,
right
do your
there.
thing. I like
That's
him.
the man right there. I still don't understand how you're gonna use him in this hybrid front, but we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah. Starting with Gus, I like the two-headed monster of J.K. and Gus. We knew the writing on the wall for Mark Ingram last year. Playoffs was he wasn't gonna be back with us this upcoming season. Especially once we drafted J.K. Stupid move by everybody else in the league letting that happen.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor went late too. Y'all know how I feel about those. Those are my two favorite running backs.
Yeah, they was the two best coming out the draft. But I just like that two-headed monster. Gus showed that Gus has improved every year he's been in the league to me. So
He doesn't really have a flaw.
no, he's gotten better with hands.
Hands,
He's gotten
He doesn't
quicker.
really have a
Breakaway
flaw.
spree.
Yeah, he's
He has a
He
burst
should be a
too.
starter.
Yeah.
Second round tender from the Falcons. If I had cap space, but they in cap hell, I would do it. But not. I'm just a Ravens podcast. Don't do it. From the Falcons, I wouldn't did it. But
I mean, if somebody want to give us a second round pick for Gus, I'd take it.
I straight do it straight up.
Would you take a second round pick for Gus Edwards right now?
I think we need him.
I
now we
would,
don't.
but,
Yeah,
yeah.
because y'all know.
I'm not saying we don't,
Y'all
but-
know who I'm not about to want to see in the backfield, bro.
We
Yeah,
don't use him correctly. either.
Tiptoeing number 43 up
We
out
don't
of
use
here.
him correctly.
Yeah, I don't
either.
think you would
He
see
should
him.
be. He should
Twinkle
be used.
toes gotta go,
He
bro.
should be used like Darren Sproles. Like
He's not that good.
I'm not saying he's that.
But I
I'm not
think he
saying
can be
Darren
used
Sproles,
like a
But he can be
Darren Sproles.
used
Yeah.
like Darren Sproles. That he's not.
Darren Sproles is good. Don't
Great
was
value,
good,
Darren
man.
Sproles.
good at what?
He's good.
At
man.
what?
He
Running
got-
straight?
He got low. He got secret power too when he took that power.
First off, he was our best special teams player last year.
Exactly. Replacement Chris Moore. That's
I'm
right
talking
now.
about on offense.
All right. TCC. He played one game. He looked really good, so I'm not surprised that we tendered him. He was somebody that was practice squad, main
Just need to see more.
regular squad. Yeah, back and forth. Well, we're not bringing back the other two centers we had, so he's gonna get the playing time in practice. Christian Welsh, linebacker. Didn't really see much of him throughout the season. I'm not sure if he was hurt. I think at one point he
I
was.
think he was hurt.
So I'm not really surprised that we tendered him. I think he was undrafted free agent
Yep.
that we got. Pernell McPhee being re-signed was just a mentor thing. He
think
has
he
played
was
really
solid.
well.
He
No, he
was
did
solid
really
in
good
spots.
against the run.
He sets the edge very well.
Yeah.
Yes,
3
yes,
sacks.
yes.
Secret pass, right?
Orlando Brown Jr. I'm one of the people. Well, first, I feel like we should trade him. Me personally, I know
Yeah,
some
it's
people.
gonna get done soon,
I know
too.
some people feel like just let him walk. I'd rather get the picks now than to get the picks later. We saw what happened with C.J. Mosley. We never got those picks because we let him walk, and he got hurt. So those are
He
things.
still has only played like 2 games for the
Facts.
Jets.
Jets, it's
Facts.
crazy.
2 years.
It's crazy, right?
They pay him a lot of money.
$85 million to play
17 a
linebacker.
year. 17
That's
a year.
ridiculous.
Shout out to you. Get that bag, man.
Jets, Ravens, North.
Wow, I hate to see him go.
Except they're terrible.
Just for not even from a standpoint of our offensive line, just because of who he is and the name that he has, it sucks that he has to leave the Ravens. Because this was also a feel good story. But then I also look at it. We should have never had the opportunity to get this man in the first place.
Definitely should.
He was a first round talent. Had probably the worst combine I've ever seen in my life.
Besides Tom Brady.
No, Tom Brady was never a first round prospect. He had the worst combine I've ever seen in my life. Which let him slide down to the third. We got a first round talent in the third pick.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Eric. Not this Eric, the other Eric. Well, shout out to you too.
Hey, appreciate it.
Eric Square. So I'm not really surprised to see it go. Plus, we all know
Where do you think he's gonna go? I think he gets traded.
where do I want him to go? Or
Well, just
where
don't
I
see-
think
I
he
mean, we
goes?
can-
We all want him to still wear purple. If y'all get what I'm saying.
Exactly. We all on the same page.
We all want him to still wear purple.
We already did trades in the past. Let's just keep this relationship
We
going.
tried to
We
get.
finessed them in the past. That's what
We
did.
tried to finesse him
finessing
last
going.
year. Last year we tried to get him
And
and Thielen.
So what
tried
are
to
we giving up? We giving up Orlando and we getting back Thielen and what?
So Baltimore beat down
Yeah, I forgot.
a place up. They did a first round swap. They said Orlando and our first for 14, Thielen and 90. Would y'all do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get 14.
14 and 90 and Thielen. They get Orlando and 27.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I'm driving him to the airport. I'm carrying his bags. All of that.
Exactly.
Crab
Go
cakes
knock
at
on that
Jimmy's.
nigga door
Peace
myself.
I'm gonna pick him up. I will
Exactly.
walk.
Peace
You
out.
want to look at real estate?
So instead of picking at
in
27, we pick at 14. We get an extra third, and we
And we
Thielen.
get
I would love
Thielen.
that.
And we get Thielen.
That
That
They
would
get-
be the
and they get
deal of a
27.
I would do
lifetime.
it without even getting the 90th pick.
That's a fact. You get to move up to 14.
Facts. That's a you know how valuable 13 spots is in the NFL draft.
And the wildest thing is, we probably wouldn't even pick at 14.
We
We would
slide
trade
down.
that pick.
Get
So
more.
that's more. Yes, I would do that. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I think that's the only place I would see him going.
No, I can
Jacksonville,
see
it's
But
not-
Jacksonville.
they just tagged
Yeah,
Cam
Jacksonville.
Robinson, so I don't think
Um,
He
they're
ain't going
going.
there, but
Chargers, I could possibly see the Chargers.
Colts make a lot of sense.
Colts as
Make
well.
a lot of sense.
It's a couple teams. Chiefs,
Especially-
even though we would never do that.
They would never be able to afford that.
Yeah, I can see the Colts.
They
but
are not gonna.
They ain't
Talking
kept
about
up
trade.
are the Colts giving us T.Y.? T.Y. Hilton's a free agent, right?
I don't
Yeah.
want T.Y. Hilton in the first
well,
place, bro.
I mean-
Colts, if the
Wash.
Colts did the DeForest Buckner trade, because they traded 13 for Buckner. They give us, what they got, 21?
Yeah,
So they give us 21 for Orlando straight up. Would y'all do it?
No,
I would,
no.
because he's gonna leave anyway.
I need more than just one.
Well,
If it's a one,
give me a one.
I need a
one.
1 and a 3.
Yeah, if I'm getting
One
a
and a
1
3.
and maybe like a 2 or 3.
Because the reason, because what the breakdown is, I believe in the Thielen trade, why you get the 3, because Thielen contract is about, what, $13 million a year on average right now moving forward. You got him through age 34. You can cut him at age 32 with like 2.25 dead cap, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why they want to throw in the third, is they take that, free up that cap space. But if you just go 1 for Orlando straight up, I think I might do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do it.
I would probably would.
I would do that.
I would do
Depending-
it.
In this draft,
depending on where the one is, and you can possibly
21,
get
21 straight up.
yeah.
You get 2.
And I think you'll still have a good receiver there left too.
you can
Yeah.
fill 2 needs,
I probably wouldn't personally.
2 big needs.
I feel like you can get more than just a one. I just saw what Laramie Tunsil went for.
That's the Bob. That's the Bob. That's different.
I saw
man.
what Laramie Tunsil went
That's
for.
the-
Yeah,
bro.
but Bill O'Brien does drugs.
Exactly. That's the
I'm not
Bob.
asking for. I'm not asking for what they got for Laramie. I'm just asking for a 1 and a 3.
I'll take a 1 and
somebody
a 3,
that-
but
from
I would
somebody
like
that made the Pro Bowl at
1.
left
If we
and
just
right
get a
tackle.
1, I'll take a 1.
I just
If we
think
get
I don't think
1 and a player.
I don't think a tackle's gonna go for a first round pick though.
Or 1 and a safety. Because damn, we need a safety. I'm gonna get to that later.
Oh, he will be traded, I think, before the draft.
Definitely.
Him,
Everybody down
Deshaun
for
Watson, possibly Russell Wilson.
I don't think they're gonna trade Deshaun Watson before the draft.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a sit
they're still
season.
delusionally thinking they're gonna keep.
Yeah,
him.
David.
pull
Did
a
you see what
Drew.
David Culley said?
I did not.
He said he did not know that Deshaun Watson wanted a trade.
Oh,
Then
okay.
he
But that
went
would have changed it
public.
from not taking the job? No, exactly.
No, I would have still took that
Exactly.
job.
Yeah, it's
He
just
knew.
one.
He just
He
tried.
had to
one
know,
chance.
bro.
He
If
was
that's the
public.
case, I can
That's
see
the
why
reason
he's
you
never
got
been
the
a
job.
coordinator.
Nobody else wanted to go down there. Like,
If
but
he
Deshaun
ain't
wanna
know,
go?
I ain't
Nah,
know.
not
I'm gonna just say I can see why he's never been a coordinator if he ain't know.
I think he was just trying. You know,
He trying to keep
They
it
trying
on
to
the
deflect,
hush-hush,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, they trying to deflect, bro. They don't want to trade him. I mean, I understand.
You gonna
Now,
pull Jalen Ramsey?
here's my question, because this guy talked about on Undisputed. I've seen it on Bleacher Report. Seen it on ESPN. Kyler Murray for Deshaun Watson.
I would take
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
So
If you the
straight
Texans,
up,
do you take it?
Yes.
No, it was other stuff as well.
But I mean, yeah, that's
I'm not just straight up
that
trading
is-
Deshaun
that is-
Watson.
good
That is
quarterback,
the,
yeah.
that's the
I-
best. That's the best consolation prize I can have.
Yeah,
If
I'm
I-
about to say,
if I
yes.
get Kyler a first,
You get
No,
like
if
a
I'm the
one.
Jets, the Jets got the best consolation prize. They can offer you a lot. They got what?
They have
4 or 5
they have a
first-round
lot of
picks?
first round picks, but yeah, I'm saying
That- you can
I'm
miss.
saying as far as getting a quarterback to replace the one you have, that's the
At least
best
you got
option.
something.
Yeah, that's the best option. Unless you can possibly pull the Russell Wilson shit. But I don't.
That would be mega deal on both
Just
ends.
swap. Just
Which
both
I
of them
don't
wanna be
even
happy.
know.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll, I don't even know what the hell you doing out there out west. Put the weed down. Get back to coaching some football. Because if y'all trade Russell Wilson, that franchise is set back for about 10 years.
That franchise got set back 10 years when they didn't run on the 1 yard line.
True, but at least they've been to the playoffs since then. There will be none of that out west if they trade Russ.
Yeah, I mean, if you the Cardinals, you do that deal. If you the Texans, you do that deal because you still, like you say, get a
get a-
quarterback.
you
Let's
Really
talk about
good
David
quarterback.
Culley.
Yeah, I think if
On
you
your team.
are the Texans, you take everything the Jets have. Sam Darnold, all their number ones, all their number twos, all their number threes.
I ain't giving up all that. I probably do Donald in 3 1s.
This is Deshaun Watson. We never had a player available like this.
Donald in 3
Ever.
1s. That's not enough.
I need more. The old white man mantra. Give me more. I need more. I need more.
I don't think anybody will give up more than
Well, they got 2 1s this year, so that's 2. You get Darnold and maybe
a 1 next year.
a 1 next year. Okay, I'll do that.
I don't see why.
I'm taking that if I'm the Texans.
So
I don't think the Jets make that trade though, personally, because the Jets have a lot of positions of need.
And they got a lot of money to spend, so they'll
They'll be alright. They'll be alright. I'll figure it out.
they'll still suck, but they'll have players.
Yeah,
They don't suck with Deshaun Watson.
Well, Deshaun Watson will go 7-9, 8-8, just like he goes in Houston.
6-10 maybe.
Okay.
What's that
Yeah, I'm
division?
just saying.
What's that division?
Yeah.
What's that division? again?
Your Bills, the Dolphins.
They'll go 7-9, 6-8.
It's just like we said.
Shout out to Cam for getting that bag again by the Patriots too.
Mm-hmm.
1 year, $14 million.
not
I think
bad.
that speaks to him though, because
He had a terrible year and they paid
they
him
still paid
way
him?
more than he got last year.
People wanted them back.
that speaks.
I think
to
it's
him.
only like $5 million, but it's a lot of incentives. But I
Yeah.
think Cam will play better.
Yeah, he'll play better. He'll play
He
better.
has to play better.
Can't play
I
worse.
still feel like
And all those
You just
opt
said
outs,
that, yeah.
all those opt outs they had didn't help. I want Joe Thuney. Come on down to Baltimore, please.
What's
What's
his
play
name?
left guard when
Brandon-
Bozeman
Brandon
moved to
Sharp
center?
got he tagged, didn't he?
Brandon Sharp.
He got tagged, didn't he? Brandon
he
Sharp.
got
He did.
Yeah.
He got that $18 million
I've been
bag.
wanting this man for 2.
Ah,
This is the second
ah,
tag,
second
right?
tag.
They can't do it again next year.
$18
They can't do it.
18
Redskins
million.
like tagging players. Not sorry, not the
Joe
Redskins.
Thuney.
Football team.
James Carpenter.
I want
Don't
James
forget
Carpenter.
the duck.
I wouldn't mind Richard Incognito though.
I wouldn't mind him either.
I would
He
not.
plays hard.
Yeah,
I like
he's,
his
He's a
Yeah.
bully, but
he was a bully. He's reformed.
He's
He doesn't
actually
do
can
that
play
anymore.
though.
He doesn't bully anymore.
Old though. He's old.
Who played well last year?
Chris was long from the
Oh.
Bears. He's coming back.
Yeah, he
I'll
did
take
come
him.
back.
Hey, I need
Trey
a guard.
Turner just got
Yeah,
cut
I need a
from the
guard.
Chargers
I need
and
a
then-
guard.
Gosh.
I need a guard.
Trey
I just need a
Turner?
1 or 2 year deal.
He was on the Chargers. That whole
One of
offensive
those
line was bad last
Well,
year.
ours was too, but he ain't gonna make it any
We took
better.
one of their offensive linemen last year.
Terrible decision.
DJ Fluker.
Terrible decision. He was the worst player on the
Could have
football
had
team.
KO who actually had a decent year.
Oh my
I'm
God.
surprised we didn't go
I
get
thought he got hurt. He got hurt.
He did.
He
He
bounced
got hurt,
back.
yeah.
But he played well when he was playing.
Mhm. But I heard that he ain't like it here, so that's what I heard.
I'm not surprised. Yo, you either love or hate John Harbaugh. No in between.
No.
You either love him or you hate him.
I'm not saying anybody really heard
It's like a
players that don't
I
like
got 2% that don't like him.
It's just Bernard
that's a
Pollard.
couple.
Ed Reed don't
Bernard
like him.
Pollard hates that man. It's
I
different.
think
It's not
Avery
even.
tolerates him.
Avery don't
Avery
like him.
tolerates him.
Nah, I don't.
He's respectful with his
Yeah,
He
dislike.
that's
tolerates
it. That's
him.
it.
He
He's
tolerates him.
respectful, but they went months without talking. Like literally, they walked past each other months without talking. They were not friends.
Well, nobody in the Chicago Bulls like each other like that. But look what they do. Just saying. When you play on a team, you don't like everybody you play with.
Nah.
Touche.
When you're winning, that's all that matters.
I said that's not what you there for.
And when you go check that bank
You gotta
account,
win.
I
man.
mean,
you have
everybody
to,
don't
yeah.
like their coworkers. It's the same thing.
that's the whole
That's
fact.
true. That's true. That's
That's the
true.
whole fact.
I think our biggest needs, in order to me personally, and it's crazy that I have 4 at 4, but that just speaks to how much I think we need these other 3 positions. Offensive lineman to me is 1. We
Agreed.
need 2 guards and a tackle. I do think.
Well,
that
we'll need a
Bozeman
tackle
should-
after we trade
Yeah,
the one we have.
I do think Bozeman should be moved
And
to
a center.
I think Bozeman should go to center.
I think we need everything. Any kind of
From
offensive
left
line
tackle
position.
on. Anything outside left
Everything.
tackle.
Yeah, we
First
have
thing
left
I
tackle. Left
Why
tackle's
the
okay.
hate for my man?
I need
Exactly.
Bozeman.
I don't
I just say
understand.
offensive
He
line.
played
depth.
really
I'm
well
just
last
saying.
year.
I'm just saying. Any position we draft.
So you don't
we
believe
need.
in Tyree Phillips, Ben Powers, none of those guys?
I don't believe
Any
Tyree
position
Phillips
we
off that
draft,
Powers, but
we
I
need.
do-
I think Tyree Phillips better at tackle than guard, but I don't know if he's
Tyree
really good.
Phillips was
He was
terrible
originally a
last year.
tackle, though.
Tyree Phillips' best play was him running with the football.
Exactly.
That's never a good idea. We need anything.
Bro, what
at
you
the-
say we need what? Offensive what?
Offensive line.
Offensive
depth.
line.
Start,
everything.
all right, so look left.
Left guard on.
And start with Stanley and look to his right and pick anything.
Okay.
Anything is what we
Not
need.
anything. I wouldn't mind
Anything.
Creed Humphrey if he's there. The dude whose name I can't remember who went
Alex
off in the
Leatherwood,
senior
I want you, baby.
combine.
Roll Tide.
What's his name? I'm pretty sure you know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
Verrell Tucker.
Yeah, Vera.
No,
Vera.
from the.
No, he's
said
from a small
USC, right?
school. He's from
I
a
got
small
Verrell
I got
Tucker
what
with
you on my
USC.
mind.
I can't remember his name.
I'll get it to you.
Verrell Tucker with the USC. Leatherwood with the Alabama.
The one that went viral.
Yeah, he went off during the senior.
Oh, you talking about the white
Senior
dude
Bowl.
that
Yeah.
was-
The dude from
Tree
Oklahoma. He's pretty good.
The dude that was hitting the tree.
That's Humphrey.
Humphrey, that's his name.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take another Humphrey. We love
I like the
Oklahoma
dude
linemen.
from Northwestern.
Quinn Menares. I'm pretty sure I said your name wrong. I apologize. You went off during the senior week, bro. Senior
couldn't
bowl,
get it,
bro.
bro.
You went off.
We do a good job drafting linemen in rounds 3 through 7. Though.
We do really well. We do really well, but we also miss just as much as we do really well. James
agree.
Hurst.
I agree.
All of the ones that currently play for us not named Stanley. Every last one of them
Orlando
that was
Brown
drafted.
good.
Well, he's not going to be there.
Bozeman,
I like
man.
Bozeman. I don't understand. He was our best offensive lineman last year.
No, he
If
wasn't.
next year you give me Stanley, Bozeman, a new center, a new right guard, and
A new right tackle.
because Orlando probably won't be
He
there,
will get traded. He will get traded. So yes.
so I think we'll get comparable replacement. I'm okay with that. If
Riley.
Bozeman and Stanley on the left side,
Riley Reef, #1 free agent that we need to get.
you think he still got something left?
All right,
in the
so
tank?
I think your offensive line is something that we can agree on. I
That's
think
number one, I agree.
For me,
I'll
number
argue that.
2 is wide receiver, and I put that 2 over safety because I think we are able to compensate what we don't have
no,
at safety.
No, we don't.
We finished top 5 on
We
defense.
can fit.
We finished top 5 against the pass and the run.
Yeah, I
I
think
feel like-
safety
I
is
mean,
like
top-
the
I'm sorry,
ladder.
top 10 against the pass
Is
and the
ladder.
run.
I
Yeah,
would agree.
we need a receiver. Like 10 of them.
Or we need to just play the ones we drafted,
Yeah.
whichever the case is.
I think our second biggest thing is pass rush. Personally,
I agree personally.
I think pass rush has to. We have not had pass rush in like 4 years.
That's why we don't need it, to me.
Our scheme don't call for pass rush though.
Yeah,
I
but
think we
I'm tired of
blitz
blitzing so much.
Exactly.
But I think it works. I think it works.
with the secondary we have, we can blitz like that.
It's
now.
not like
we don't
it's
even
not like
have
we
free
don't
safety.
generate sacks. We still
Exactly.
do get sacks. We just do it by blitz. And I feel like for me,
I
when
think
we
we
had
generate
guys that
pressures,
are
not
pass
sacks.
rushers, they did.
So how do you
Yeah,
think we
though.
solve that pass rush problem? Because we don't have any outside linebackers.
I don't
really
think
right
you.
now.
Personally, I'm not paying pass rusher. I
Same.
don't want to do it.
I don't love any of the
said
pass
that.
rushers in this
I'm
draft.
Belichick don't
I
pay
don't love
pass
him.
rushers.
Yeah, it's like no pass rusher that
I
you
got-
think is
I
in the
got
top
great-
10.
It's nobody that's amazing. It's nobody that's.
I'm saying it's no, usually every draft it's a pass rush in the top 5, top 10 that you like. Okay, this guy can get pressure on the
Yeah,
quarterback.
it's not
This
one of
year,
them. It's not
it's
one
like
of them.
15 on down. You might get somebody that's a project. But this year, it's really not that guy. Last year, you had Chase Young, you had the Bosa brothers, you had guys that you could think about that.
the freak Miles Garrett.
Yeah, you had guys
He's
at the
a
top, like,
freak.
oh, he going top 5, top 3. This year, outside the top 10, it's receivers, quarterbacks, and corners.
Exactly.
Outside of that, it's
It's
no
a lot
pass
of
rushers
old
that
linemen.
I'm.
It's a lot of old
But
linemen.
they're not even top 10. It's not even no great old linemen. They're okay. They're good.
Two
Oh,
great
we got
old linemen.
Sewell.
But they're not going top 10,
Sewell.
bro.
Sewell.
Sewell probably go 5. That's it.
Darisaw. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
it.
After that,
Yeah,
it's
but
a
like
big
pass rushes
drop-off.
is like I wouldn't even press to take one in the round 1 because I don't think these guys are proven. I'd rather go later rounds, maybe.
Yeah, they.
All right, so let me throw some names out and see what
They
y'all
were
say.
saying something about who the dude from Penn State. I ain't really like yo.
Oh no,
Who,
I don't
Michael
like.
Parsons?
Yeah, I don't.
No,
Nico, he played inside.
They got him dropped
Oweh.
a lot.
Oh wait,
Oweh.
yeah.
Jason Oweh?
He dropped because he didn't play this year.
A lot of people have him falling, but I think
didn't-
whoever
he
you
didn't
get him
play
is a
this
good value.
If
He's
I
not
see him-
falling.
He
us,
gets the
but-
Patriots.
Patriots,
That's
yep.
gonna be.
That's where I see him
game
going. That's where I see him
Over.
going.
Like
Him and
better
Dante
not end
Hightower.
up in New England.
But you know
That's
who
why I
I
see
do
him
want
going.
before
It's a
you
problem.
go? I want Kyle Van Noy if we can.
Yes.
get him.
I see
would
him
love
going back to New England as
Free
well.
agent number 2 on my
Solid, but not
just-
going to solve the pass rush.
No,
No,
but
no.
he fits.
No, no,
He'd be a
everything we
perfect
need.
Raven.
Very good.
Just go ahead and replace Juno
Very
with Van
good.
Noy,
Yeah,
and we got the same.
He's the
thing.
white version of Gino.
He's
He
the
gets
white
more
version
sacks.
of Tyus
He gets more sacks.
I think
Same
that's a compliment.
versatility.
Yeah,
everything.
I think he's the white version of Tyus Bowser.
He gets more sacks though.
Nah,
He actually
he
gets
got a
sacks.
little bit more
though.
dog in him, like it's Judon. That's what I said.
I don't really think Judon show dog unless you're going at him on Twitter.
Yo,
Let me just
yo, was that? On that reporter.
big
right
foul,
there.
yo. Let me show
Yeah,
your
he-
wife some pictures of you in the strip club. Big foul.
Show my wife, goddamn it, because we going together.
That was snitching at his finest.
Right, you feel me?
Big wild.
My, I
Take
told
a
the pictures. You already
God
told
code
her.
violation.
Yeah, you know.
Like, why you gotta take it to my man? He do a good job up
Let me
there.
throw out some names. See what y'all say.
All right, throw him out. Throw him out.
Shaq Barrett.
Not
He
coming.
said he's saying the
21 mil a year.
You think he's staying in Tampa Bay?
Too
I think
expensive.
he's
Too expensive.
21 mil a year.
He's too expensive.
And they going to be.
You know he probably is gonna stay in Tampa Bay because Brady is just.
They resigned.
They resigned him.
They ain't re-signed him.
They resigned Brady. That's what
Oh yeah, they just signed him to a 4-year extension. That's really
They,
a 1 year.
they
with
ran it
options.
back.
You know what's crazy? Shaq Barrett's probably not even the #1 pass rusher available. That's crazy.
Hassan Reddick. That's what I think it is.
1 year, 5 sacks, 1 game, right?
Yeah, he had like 5 sacks in one game. That's crazy.
12 and a half over the season. This is the
With
first
5
time
in
they.
one game?
It's the
5 in
first
one.
time they put him at his real position.
I like Hendricks.
Every up until this point, I don't. My issue with him was
He gets hurt though.
that and
Was
look
it a
at
flash
the
in the
line
pan?
he played with.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting
There's
double
that.
teamed when you like. Who was he? The third or fourth option to get double
I
teamed
just
on
think
that D line?
But I mean, any of these guys I would take, but we can't afford them. But
Facts.
keep going.
One that I think will be cheaper than even I think he thinks he will be, Jadeveon Clowney.
I'm not. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Redemption? You don't think he?
Solid no.
I think he
Yeah,
has.
solid no for me too.
It's another
off of
player
it.
with so
The
much
Titans,
talent, bro.
The team that we hate, Jared got him, and
It's
they
no
got
way,
buyer's
bro.
remorse. I'm off of that.
Especially
They
as off
they
the
didn't
field.
even let him finish the season. They
Exactly.
they literally gave him money
He got
to
hurt.
go away.
He got hurt.
They cut him. He
No,
didn't
he
get
got hurt. He got hurt. He didn't get cut. He got hurt. He was on IR.
Either way,
Oh. I'm thinking of your boy that played for Atlanta.
Yeah, you talking about what's his name? But he didn't even show up. He was on the Falcons. He didn't show up. Like he had buyer's remorse of signing the contract.
Vic
Beasley.
Beasley.
Vic
Beasley,
Beasley.
yeah. He didn't show
I'm glad
up.
we didn't get him.
Yeah, well, he might have showed up here. He didn't show up to them.
Yeah, you're
like,
right.
He just was AWOL and they cut him.
Like, no.
Leonard
not even
Floyd.
gonna say
Can we get
him.
Leonard Floyd?
Oof.
1 year there.
Maybe.
Might be a
goes up
little,
next year.
might be a little
1 year,
costly.
1
Are
year,
we talking-
15 mil. Just give it to him. Give him the franchise money. Get
11
in
So
on
here.
you don't think you don't feel a one hit wonder from Patrick?
He's better than
Mahomes?
Judon, Yannick, anybody we have on our roster right now. He might not be 20 sacks,
You don't
15
think he
sacks.
was a one hit wonder?
I think he's playing for money, but I think he's a
He
solid
played next
pass
to-
rusher though.
Then he played with Aaron Donald.
But I don't think that
Kinda-
negates that he still did good in Chicago, in my opinion.
No, he didn't.
He did
He's a
better than
bust in
anybody we
Chicago.
had. He did better than anybody we had.
That's
He was
not
solid in
difficult.
Chicago.
He's solid. We need a solid guy. We don't need
He was solid.
we don't need a Terrell Suggs. We need somebody that can just generate some type of pressure.
Pressure,
Okay,
some
okay.
type of
I
pressure.
got more
That's
names.
all.
I got more
Yes,
names.
but
Melvin
I would like
Ingram?
him. He gonna be too much.
He's too much.
I'm off of it
Costly.
too.
Too small.
He gonna cost too much.
And he don't really fit what we.
They-
he's
they
a
paid him,
purebred
though.
pass rusher.
They
though.
did just pay him
They
like
paid
maybe
Melvin
a
Ingram.
year or two ago. They didn't.
He cut.
Yeah,
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent. He was free agent.
Because I remember on Hard Knocks they gave him his money.
Yeah, he's a free agent
He out
now.
now.
It's like he's kind of declined a little bit.
They paid him
He's,
too much.
he's had too many injuries. Over
Yeah,
the
I mean,
last
the
year.
whole
he is a little
Chargers-
undersized.
That's why I think that's why I think he's not gonna.
The
I don't think you're
entire
gonna see the
Chargers
money get
organization
dealt
got
out
hit
that
with
we
injuries.
believe.
Oh,
will
yeah,
get
it's
dealt
not.
out because of what this.
Unless you
season
got
is.
that name with JJ Watt guy was insane.
Unless you
Yeah.
the team a lot of money,
Crazy.
Jaguars, Cardinals.
Matt Judon. Does anybody want to see him
He
back?
can
I
go.
wouldn't mind him coming back at the right number.
I guarantee you, probably. Well, I don't want to get guaranteed. High
He'll
chance
get
he'll be
paid.
a Raider.
I think a Raider. I say a Jet.
Highly chance he'll be a Raider.
I say a
Jets
Jet.
love
You know-
paying out defensive players.
Overpay.
Yeah.
They're giving the money.
I think
he wants.
Gruden really loves him. Everything shows that he really loves him.
Gruden and Judon.
And
that's
put him on
funny.
the opposite of Crosby.
Yannick,
and
yeah,
Las
Yannick
Vegas.
gets to
Makes a
walk
lot
for
of
me.
sense.
He did not really
Yannick, you
produce
can go back to
anything.
Jacksonville.
I think that our defense
He's
has
never going
an
back to
extreme
Jacksonville.
learning curve. So at the right price,
You
I
want
would
him back.
actually prefer Yannick because I would like to see what he can do with a year under him with learning our
Not
system.
like a 1 year deal.
I'd
Let him
rather,
back
Yeah,
go,
just
up.
one
I'd
year,
rather
just
go
one
with the
year.
guy I know is probably going to give me 9 sacks because that's what Judon is. Judon has been 9 sacks for like the last 3 years. So I'd rather just get somebody that I know knows the system. I know what I'm getting from
I
him.
know he refuted. He won 20 million a year, so he went 19. That's it. Like he only won 19.
I think Yannick is also cheaper than Judon, so that's why
Yannick
I'm
gonna
not
win
okay with that.
16.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm okay with that. as well.
But I don't know if he.
Tyrese Bowser.
I would like to see him
I would like to
retire.
receive.
I'm off. I'm not really a Bowser fan.
I think he does.
I like the
everything
versatility
Well. Yeah,
that
I
he
think he
has.
does everything well.
Good in coverage.
I won't say well.
He does everything
Above
above average.
average.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right, I guess. All right, I guess. So what did it look like? You said what, $6 million a year for the time? 2
Something
years,
like
12.
that.
That's what you said around 2 years, 12. For
I
Bowser?
2 years, 14.
14.
Anywhere
give
between
him- I give him
5 to 7 a year.
Do we like Bowser with more snaps though? Like
No, I
we
know.
liked him. We liked him as splash
I
players.
think
That's the
his
third
biggest-
age, right?
I think his biggest issue was he was during that Alabama phase where if you went to Alabama, we drafted you, and we drafted that bum motherfucker named Tim Williams,
Don't
and for
get me
some
started
reason we
on
wanted
that.
to give him more bump than Tyus Bowser all of those years, and so he got underdeveloped in the beginning because we just wanted to put Tim Williams on the field, and now you're starting to see that he does have it, but it could also be that he wasn't ready then, and he's just starting to blossom now, so it's that 50-50. Tim Williams, you never had it. You never had it. Never had it. But I wouldn't mind for the right price. Y'all know my favorite option, Von Miller. If he is not, continue.
I
to
definitely
do
think he
Broncos.
still has something left in
We
the tank.
talking about
but we
bread?
can't
Yeah,
afford
that's
him.
what I'm saying.
I'm
We-
paying
JJ
Vaughn.
Watt
I'm paying
contract, man.
Vaughn. I'm paying
We're gonna
Vaughn.
get that JJ Watt.
I'm paying
contract.
Vaughn.
Whoever get
Broncos
him.
will be dumb to cut
I'm
him.
paying Vaughn. I'm paying him. You not paying Vaughn?
No.
Vaughn?
His
I'm paying
asking
Vaughn,
price
bro.
too high.
It depends on what it is.
I give
As
him
we said,
12.
I'm off.
I give him 12. Maybe 14
He
is
getting
probably
more
my
than that,
max.
He getting more than that.
14
Yeah,
is
be
probably my
honest.
max.
He's
Oh, yeah,
definitely
yeah,
gonna
he-
get
that's what
more
I'm
than
saying,
that.
yeah.
That's why
unless
if we
he-
get him
it
at
depends
12,
on-
I
it
love it.
depends, yo.
It
He could be
depends
getting
on
him at
him.
12. He
He
could be
might
chasing
want
this.
the
He
ring,
could be
yeah.
chasing this. If
It
he chasing
depends
this,
on
he'll take
what
less.
he wants.
The teams that's giving him
What the
16,
Cardinals do
18.
Replace Reddick with Miller. That'd be crazy. That's just thinking out
I don't
loud.
want to talk about it.
So crazy.
They still got Chandler Jones.
Just go ham.
Yo,
Exactly.
oh my god.
Bud Dupree? I don't want Bud
Maybe
Dupree.
just went
He was
ham.
hurt.
I think he's good though.
Right,
but-
just put
He's
them
solid,
down,
bro.
everybody else back up. You can't do
He's
nothing.
solid, but after seeing him in a Steelers jersey, I just
yeah, I'm good.
I'm
said
cool. on
Even
that.
though we do take all their receivers
Said
after
Bud.
Yeah, Bud Dupree.
Oh, coming out the injury, I'm actually for that.
On
at
cheap
the right
price.
number though.
Cheap price.
Like I
All
said,
of these guys are at the right
Like
price.
a
by the way,
1-2
ladies
year
and gentlemen.
deal. Hey,
That's all I want. That's
Go
all I
Dupree.
want for outside
Right.
linebackers
Come
right
on
now.
down,
Is
man.
1-2
Come on
years.
down,
yeah,
bud.
just
Hold
on
on
a
now.
1-2 year deal. Bet on yourself.
God,
Cap
man.
gonna go up next year.
Olivier Vernon.
I think he's
Nah.
done.
Yeah.
He's done.
Somebody that I liked last year. He started out pretty well. I think the fact that he hasn't played football in quite some time tailing him off towards the end. Alden Smith. Y'all know I liked Alden Smith. I wanted the Ravens
He's
to
He
he's
was a
gonna stay in
problem.
Dallas.
Yeah, he
I
was
think
a
he's gonna
problem.
stay in Dallas.
First.
They gave him that second chance. I think he's gonna stay there.
Okay. I had another name.
Got a whole bunch of people. Got Kerrigan,
Yeah, Kerrigan is out there.
Too old.
Yeah.
33.
I think he still has a little bit in the tank though.
1 year
Only
older
because
than
the
JJ Watt.
last 2 years he
I'm
He's
hasn't.
not JJ Watt though.
Nah, he's not JJ.
I mean, 1 year deal minimum. Maybe.
I'll take a 1 year.
Use him as a just
Situational
a
guy.
situational
like
pass rusher.
McPhee a little bit. I'll take it.
But once again, is how much money these people be wanting.
And you gotta think,
they'll
in our
be-
system-
I mean, I think Kerrigan will take a cheap deal.
especially to win.
Yeah,
really win.
because
he
he
was-
spent
yeah,
his
he was
whole
in
career.
Washington. Yeah, he wasn't winning.
And I think Eric, you said it. Our system is gonna make you great. You're gonna play better than you probably are because the system is gonna put you in a position to be successful.
Just like,
And-
just like the Derek Wolf
Yeah, I would love to bring Derek Wolf back. That
I
would
said that, yeah.
He played very well, especially the latter half of the
You gotta
season.
love our system because we always bring it 5, right? Always
Right.
bring it at least 5.
Because that front was great with B. Will and
when they finally
Derek
played
Wolf,
together,
Wolf
right?
Calais
and
Campbell.
Calais
When
Campbell.
them 3 down and bring 2 out the edge, we was good.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing was happening. Honestly, we only gave up 10 points in the playoff loss. We gotta forget that too.
All
10
right.
points.
So what's next?
I think our third position of need is actually safety. I know a lot of people don't think we need a free safety, but I think that Chuck Clark and Deshaun Elliott are the same player. I think one hits harder,
One smarter.
one smarter.
Yeah.
And one stays healthy.
Not really.
Chuck Clark stays healthy.
More
Well,
than
at least this
Deshaun. Yeah.
I mean, Deshaun's good. He just doesn't. You can't count on 16.
Shout out APEC trainer, got Deshaun healthy. Right?
Hey man, I can't wait to. I hope. Speaking of staying healthy, I hope Tavon stays healthy.
Yo,
But some,
I'm done with that.
yeah.
I won't count.
I have 2 picks that I like, both for cheap options. I think it'll also allow us to kind of do some old Raven-esque things, bringing Deshaun Elliott into the box, how we used to kind of use, or Chuck Clark, kind of reversing them here and there, kind of confusing the defense, how we used to use Anthony Levine. I like putting Malik Hooker, whatever his name is, Hooker in the back, or Trey Boston in the back. I think both of those will be cheap
No,
options.
I don't want Trey Boston.
I
Not
like
at all.
Malik Hooker.
Well,
I was gonna say there's no safeties in this draft. I love either. So.
Oh, whoa, hold on now.
I don't even know if it's
Don't get me
safety.
started with them 2 safeties, boy. Richie Grant is...
But I don't think any of them go in the first round.
No.
Okay, all right. That's all
I would. I don't
understand.
think so.
They're
So,
good.
It's hard
if I
to go
put
in the
it,
first
I
round.
would.
Like Grant Delpit, he ain't even played, but he went the second round.
Exactly.
And he gonna be a beast. So
Richie
unfortunately,
Grant,
It's hard to go first
You
round.
that
as a safety.
dude.
I agree.
it's really hard.
You gotta
It's
do
really
that.
hard.
especially nowadays.
Trayvon, you that dude.
But it is some. I agree. It's some good safeties. But I don't mind adding a safety on a low 1 year, 2 year
Yeah,
deal.
just low. Well, if it's
It won't hurt.
Malik Hooker, I would like to give him a little bit more because he
he's
showed
younger.
flashes his
Yeah.
first 2 years.
And he just got to help.
yeah, so his issues.
But like you said, you rotate those 3. I'm cool with that.
yeah, just a
The
rotation of them 3.
problem with Chuck and Deshaun, none of them can really play man. That's the problem.
That too.
Most safeties can't though. So I would.
Yeah, but in
But
our
as-
system, that's again identity.
Especially
we
with on
draft
tight
a whole
ends.
bunch of good
Yo,
players.
that's how we
It
got
just
cooked
don't
on-
work as a true identity. It's just like we just got a culture, and that's our identity on offense and defense.
I just don't think we have that presence in the backfield, that person that can just play the back half. Nothing is really going to get behind them. That ball hawk at safety. I think that's something that our defense is missing that takes them to the next level. We had Jimmy Smith at free safety here and there. I don't mind it because it does allow us to be in that man coverage kind of situation. But I would like some speed back there because we don't have any speed back there.
Yeah, like ball hawk experience. Deshaun has heat-seeking missile speed.
Yeah.
Like he ain't looking for the ball.
He's Bernard Pollard.
He rather you catch it than he try.
He's faster than Bernard Pollard.
Yeah, I mean
No,
the
but the
hits,
like
the hits.
he does play
Cam
with his
Chancellor.
pads.
Cam
He rather hit
Chancellor,
you
all
than
that.
get the ball.
Yeah.
You don't even be looking at the ball.
That boy do hit.
Now, Henry
Now,
no bad.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Henry.
while I do think this is a huge need, I just do not see us making splashes at this position, which is why I have it at 4,
Makes sense.
which is wide receiver. When you look at it, we have 4 wide receivers still on rookie contracts. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go 1-1 or 1-2 when it comes to free agency draft wise. Wide receiver is huge. We have to understand that the defense has to be afraid of the people that you put on the outside. You just have to be.
You got to put him on the outside to make him afraid of it, though.
That
That's
too.
the problem, man. I think we had the highest percentage of drops and snaps inside where everybody was inside the hashes.
I don't respect nobody that plays offense for us that catches the ball on a consistent basis outside of Mark Andrews.
And he don't catch it on. He be dropping.
He does
He
too.
drops in the
He drops
worst
easy, yeah.
time.
He's not a
is
contested catcher. That's,
Yeah,
that's
He
it.
also has like simple drops.
Yeah.
Cinder block
Yeah,
hands
he's
sometimes.
not a-
Randomly though, like
Yeah.
I don't know what.
And he'll make amazing catches that he should not make.
Exactly.
And he'll
He be
drop
like-
easy catches.
Bad balls thrown to him when he's
What, you
open.
hang- you
he'll
hung
make
over?
it.
But I do not like who you said earlier at wide receiver. T.Y. Hilton. Hell no.
No, I don't want T.Y. Hilton either. I just realized he's a free agent. But
AJ Green. No.
No.
Absolutely not.
no. I mean, it's only.
How you feel about Emmanuel Sanders? That's always been.
I don't think
No.
Same guy.
It's the same guy as
He couldn't-
Hollywood.
He
I don't think
couldn't.
he's coming
He
in.
couldn't make it shake in New Orleans, so he's definitely not coming
Yeah,
here.
he got a little bit more deep speed than Willie Snead, but they basically the same player at this point in time in their career. So
Golden
Probably.
Tate.
He's a
I
slot
like
guy.
his toughness.
I don't want another.
I do
slot
like his
receiver.
route running. I think he's.
I don't want another slot receiver.
Yeah, but
he's bigger crochet right now, but we don't need it right now.
Sammy Watkins.
No,
No, he can't even stay on
That
the
nigga ain't
No.
played more than
field.
2 games
Right.
in like
no.
years.
John Brown.
Nope.
He was just
Same-
Yeah, he
same
was
guy.
just here. He was just
That's
here.
Hollywood.
Marvin Jones.
I like Marvin
Yeah,
Jones.
I
want
would.
Marvin
I would
Jones.
take Marvin
I
Jones.
Marvin Jones
First
can go up and get that thing.
I think he
I'm
got
all
our
in.
first rank.
I think we all. I think.
But I
that's
do
the
think he's
one.
going to the Rams with Stafford. That's just my opinion.
I believe that too.
I think he's going with
He's
his
gonna
boy.
replace Josh Reynolds. Just
Yeah, he's going to be his other
Fun
boy.
fact: Matt Stafford's first name is actually John.
Bringing back a Ravens fan favorite, Bashar Perriman.
That's your boy. No.
Nah, we
Hell
don't need that
no.
PTSD.
Yeah,
Just like the
we
Eagles
good.
don't need Nelson Aguilar, even though he's nice now. We don't need Bashar Perriman.
Shout out to USC.
Nelson Aguilar.
One
Bring
of
him
my
in.
favorite names to actually bring up, John Ross.
Don't need.
It's another
Any
receiver that
more.
we have already.
Thing is, we wouldn't even use him and he can't stay healthy.
and he can't stay healthy. So
Now, my
that,
issue is we wouldn't use him.
Yeah, we
That's
wouldn't
my
use him and he can't
We
stay
don't
healthy.
use the guys we have.
Will Fuller.
we wouldn't be able
I would
to
love
use
Will
John
Fuller.
Ross.
Can't stay
I
healthy.
don't
and
He's
once
going to
again-
cost too much.
He didn't stay healthy this season, but it
Yeah.
might have been because he was
Think
shooting
PED
it up.
took $4 million losses?
Shooting them boys.
Contract?
No.
Instead of 16, you get 12? Maybe?
No, he going to get more than 12, I think. Well, he might get 12.
He might get
bro,
14.
Because he's not really getting talked about.
Was his
Yeah,
quarterback.
he
So
He could be
yeah.
like that
He got
second
a
wave of free
suspension
agents.
and he got PED.
I would love. Actually, give me Will Fuller over anybody I name. He would be number 1 to me.
Marvin Jones is number 1 to me.
Nelson
But Will
Aguilar
Fuller's
is
better.
number 1 to me.
If you get Will Fuller, Marvin Jones, who you take?
That's wild.
We're gonna get to his name. Antonio Brown.
He going back to Tampa. You know where
He
he going.
won,
He only playing with one person
Yeah.
the rest of his career.
He got
I don't see him going back to Tampa.
He going back to Tampa.
He hanging by that man's sack, bro.
He the only reason he in the league.
Exactly.
You know?
Brady really did say that man life though, for real.
Juju.
No.
I would take Juju
I
personally,
would.
No.
but he gonna cost too much.
He doesn't take football serious. He's more about antics than football. And y'all know I love me some USC guys. He gets under my skin, bro. He
I think
does
he can
everything
block.
except play
He
football.
can block and catch enough.
He does play well. My only issue
No, he's
is
physical, but
you have to scheme him open. I
Yeah,
don't think we're going to
he's
do
not
that.
the natural
Yeah.
wide receiver.
Yeah, okay.
You have to
put it
scheme
like
him
that.
But in our scheme where we don't use wide receivers, maybe he makes sense. Just throw
He
the
can
ball.
block. He can block.
He's big. He can block.
Go
Just
ahead.
throw the ball to
Just-
him and just let him
Make
do
him,
it.
make,
You
him
want your boy?
make him a stalk blocker. He's way too dramatic and theatric for that. He's not doing that.
Nelson Aguilar.
Yes.
Eric wants to.
Bring him here.
I
ASAP.
won't let
6'1"
one
on the
year-
outside speed. If you got Hollywood on the outside, Nelson Aguilar on the outside. Now we scaring defenses.
I
Put
won't
anybody.
let
I
one
said the
good
same thing
year-
about John Ross.
I do not let one good year let me forget about those 18,000 drops in Philly.
I don't think his year was.
Did
as
he have a
as-
good year?
Yeah, I thought
mean,
it was. I thought it was better.
he had
I think it was
flashes
good compared to
comparing-
what it was.
Exactly.
That's so my reason he's number one. Value, I think he'll be understated on everybody. He's like the next tier.
Like a
And you
1
gotta
year deal?
kinda gotta reach for the potential.
Another 1 year. I don't think he'll get
He
another.
attaches everything. He got the size, jump ball ability, return specialist,
Do we need another
speed.
return special?
I'm just talking about in the space. Like
Okay.
he just needs
Oh, okay.
straight space. Like
I-
Hollywood isn't a shifty guy. He's our deep threat.
No, he
we
falls
literally
down.
have nobody that can catch a slant and make a guy miss and go. Hollywood tried to do it last year, but he's really like, I need to run a deep post, hit me in the middle of the field, and I got you. He's not the guy like, give me the screen.
Make a
guys
play
miss
happen after.
and make it happen.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
not.
Nelson-
He doesn't have.
I think
moves.
Nelson Aguilar is that guy. Put him on the outside and he can do it. Devin Duvernay, maybe on the Keith Williams,
But
can
will
become
he
outside.
catch the football?
I believe in his hands now. He was natural.
You know what? All right, I guess you sold me. If we get it, I'll take it. I'll take
Because
it.
I think you can get him for
Give me
6,
Marvin, bro.
maybe 6.
But
I
you
would
know I
agree
want
with the
Marvin.
price wise.
I
Well,
think
give
we
me
can get
Marvin.
Nelson
I
for
got
1
one
year.
name
While
for you.
Marvin,
I got
you
one
might
name
gotta
for
pay
y'all.
9.
Marvin gonna get paid too.
Get
Yeah.
9.
Oh, facts.
Josh
Marvin
Gordon,
gonna get paid.
if he can
No,
stay off the
no,
He can
drugs.
stay where he at
No.
with the fan control
No,
football.
No.
no.
No,
No.
because of the drugs.
No,
It's-
he hasn't been good in 7
He'll probably be
years.
suspended again.
Philip
so
Dorsett,
No.
No.
Too small.
Larry Fitzgerald, get that.
Kenny Galladay.
He's
Yes.
going to the Jets.
Absolutely.
If we can
But
afford him.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
going
what I'm saying.
to get paid.
I think Kenny Galladay goes to Miami.
Okay, he go to Miami. Even better.
I think he
gonna
goes to
win.
Miami.
He going to AFC
Damn,
East team. How about that?
Galladay,
And
Parker, and
Smith,
if they was
take
against-
Smith.
that'd be sick.
I think he goes to Miami.
And
Then
Tua,
Tua
and
can't
Tua,
fit.
Tua with
And
the
Tua
new
can't
one.
I was about to say,
Like,
and Tua throwing it 10 yards down the field.
Hey man, Tua still gonna be alright.
Hey, you know who we getting tonight right there? Devontae. Right there, 10 yards down the field. Make it miss.
Man,
Making men miss.
at this point, I'll probably take a lot of these guys we just named. I don't know. I mean,
I mean,
I mean,
it
any
can't get no
names
worse
I
than
Yeah,
that.
facts.
that you guys
Facts.
As
want.
I said,
Larry
Nelson Aguilar,
Fitzgerald,
he-
man.
shoot, Larry Fitz, no.
He definitely
The
the Ravens
player
signing. I feel
that
like he's
honestly-
I
gonna-
do
I
not
would-
want Larry Fitzgerald.
I
You
feel
don't want
like
Corey
nobody
Davis?
here.
You
He
want Corey
Larry
Davis?
Fitzgerald not about to.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
but-
forgot.
I'll take
No,
Corey
that's
Davis.
the player I had in mind. Honestly.
Corey Davis, we can't afford him, but I would love to. have
Yeah,
him.
I don't think because he's like the third ranked receiver probably, so he's probably gonna get
Well,
paid.
he might be the top receiver.
I
No,
believe
it's
so.
probably a 50-50 between. I think some people say Galladay, some people say Corey Davis, with Chris Godwin and Allen Robinson.
They
got
tagged
tagged,
Godwin,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
They going for number
If
2.
you had to rank it, probably Galladay. I might go Fuller over Davis.
I would love to get Fuller on the cheap.
Yeah, if he can get cheap,
He just can't stay
because
healthy, but when he on the field,
he was
man,
healthy last year. He
game
just
changer.
did drugs.
Roy Master Fuller.
Yeah, he just was on drugs last year. Any final thoughts, sayings, anything that we didn't cover that y'all want to go over?
What you gotta do? The forecast for next year?
Yeah,
Hey, DeCosta, give us a call. We can help y'all.
talking about with the the
Figure some things
off-season
out.
moves. Anything else about off-season moves?
No, we're going to draft next, right?
No.
Oh, we draft. Right?
Yeah,
They draft.
Um, I guess draft kind of just falls back onto the team needs thing. I don't really know exactly what I'm expecting, but I do like our long-standing philosophy of just best player available, regardless of
We
need.
hit Curtis Samuel, did we? Would you take Curtis Samuel?
He likes Curtis Samuel.
I do like Curtis Samuel.
I
I think he stays in Carolina.
I'm neutral on that, but
I like Curtis Samuel. I like his versatility.
Carolina's offense has a lot of potential,
We
especially
not
get a
gonna
quarterback.
use him.
Trey Lance. But anyway.
Well, I know you did extensive research when it comes to the draft, so I'm gonna give you the floor when it comes to the draft part of it.
we got a whole draft video to do, so.
Yeah,
All right, just a little bit.
yeah. Go ahead. Do your,
Yeah.
no, you do your thing. Do your thing. Because
Should give him a preview, especially if we're doing a whole show on it.
that's why I said I was letting him do his thing.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
We still got.
just a little bit. So, based on our whole conversation right now, for the Ravens, I'll put it in two separate categories. What we're going to do, best player available. That's simple put. We always going to do that. Best players available, how the draft falls like it's going to seem. It's going to be edge and O-line at the end of the first round. Because like you said, Byron, it's not going to be a lot of edge that people love this draft, so they're going to fall at the end of the round. And there's going to be playoff contenders that need pass rush, that take a swing there. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll be able to get the number one edge on the board if we wait that long. I believe we're going to look at Owe, we're going to look at Osai, we're going to look at Kwity Paye. That's probably the top three that I would put in the first.
You like Russo?
I'm not a first round guy. I got him at 6. But we'll get into that as we rank them. But that's the top 3 that I think in the first round I would look at 27 right there. The only thing about Kwity that he's a 4.3, but he's a natural born pass rusher. He got this crazy 4-point stance where he look like he's just like a wildcat coming at you, and he's unstoppable. But he's got a lot. He's just raw, so I don't think he's going to fit this system. He won't make sense for Baltimore until like 3 years later. Wide receiver, it's a simple what we need: 6 foot and above. Like the Tennessee Titans. No more 5'11" and under speed guys. That's why I'm big on Nelson Aguilar, 6'1". I see you, Nelson. Marvin Jones. Yeah. But you just a jump ball specialist. We don't throw jump balls. But anyway, to the draft.
We don't throw the ball.
To the draft. Only got 2 that meet that. That's Bateman. I know that's.
Love him, baby.
I like Bateman.
Got Marshall.
I love Marshall too.
I like Marshall too.
Got Amon St. Brown.
Y'all know I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. That boy can run some routes, and he got hands. Fight on USC Trojans.
That's the 3 right there. And the first, probably Richard Brown. St. Brown, excuse me. Probably right price for Marshall. I personally don't think Bateman's going there. I have him mocked to the Giants.
Yeah. The same thing.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
So you think okay?
I think he goes. I think he's gone before we get there.
I think that Marshall may, because I think the thing is, with all those LSU wide receivers, like why did it take him this long? That's just groupthink. I call it groupthink. But when you look at his numbers, he's been producing his whole time there. So let him fall to 27.
6'4".
We should definitely.
So what
get
about? I was I didn't mean to cut you off. So
Mm-hmm.
we kind of spoke on these 3 guys earlier. What about Tylan Wallace? I really like that guy.
I got him my early 3rd though, but
I really like that guy.
I do really like him though. I got him wide receiver. I gotta look at my board. Wide receiver 11. I want to say because there's gonna be a lot of wide receivers in round 2.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of them in every round.
You just need to get at least one.
Somebody gonna draft dumb, and it's going to
affect everything.
Oh, you know the first couple picks. Gonna be
You know what team you can expect?
you know, like
his mans.
I mean,
the Raiders.
Your Philadelphia Eagles are terrible at
They're gonna go wide receiver.
and they're gonna pick the wrong one like
go
they did
Chase.
last year.
They should go Chase.
The problem with our highest need in this draft,
They're gonna
wide
pick the
receivers,
wrong one like they did
Why
last
don't they
year.
go Chase?
They all
That's
under
right.
6 feet tall.
Yeah.
All the good ones are under 6 feet tall. After those 3, all the good ones are under 6 feet tall.
true.
So
Sure.
then you got to look at teams like the Saints picking them up, and we don't need them. So hopefully that makes the board fall our way. Because technically those guys that are under 6 feet are a little bit natural route runners than the bigger guys right now. Then you got that's more from, Ole Miss. You got the other more from UCF. And you got Purdue, Rondell Moore. Right now, all those guys are 5'10" and under. We don't need any more of those. So hopefully somebody like the Saints.
No, we got 3 of them.
We don't need them.
Yeah, we got 3 of them.
Tight end. Everybody's probably saying we probably need a big tight end.
I don't
Active.
agree.
Yeah, I think because don't
Nick Boyle come back.
Boyle come back.
We'll come back.
And we just
I
re-signed.
think we'll
with
draft
the long
somebody.
hair, right?
Thomason.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
like
big.
Thomason.
I wouldn't be mad if we drafted one late. I do think we hit
I think he's a good blocker.
late on tight ends.
Yeah, he had a drop that
Can't
cost
catch
us that game
games, can't
against
catch.
the Steelers.
I think that was. So I do think as a receiver you need to bring the ball into your body, but I do think that was also just a very good defensive play.
Just move Miles Boykin to tight end.
You're in the NFL, bro.
And
He
draft.
knocked it out. It's not like he dropped it. He knocked it out.
Offensive lineman. I think that'll be the sweet spot there if we trade Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
The top 2 guys are going to be gone. Slater, I think, is
12.
going to go to the
Rashawn
Cowboys.
Slater,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rashawn Slater probably
Oh,
going to
yeah.
the Cowboys.
That's right.
Like, that's why I'm a Mayfield
Strong
guy
man
out of
right
Michigan, a tackle out of Michigan. Mayfield, that's my guy. I got him at offensive tackle 3. He's more of the high end prospect, natural mover. I think we need somebody like that on the right hand side now to kind of do these pulls that we do now. So I think Mayfield is the guy that we're gonna look for right now. If you want to go Jenkins, maybe, but he's OT4. So
I don't mean to cut you off. You said Dallas. It just made me think. They probably are going to cut Michael Gallup, so he could be available. I don't think they're going to be able to afford to keep him because they're also in cap.
Come on now. Hey, big time,
we
baby.
love Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup.
He's a baller.
He's cool. He's cool.
I would take
Had
Michael
got
Gallup.
concentration issues a little bit, but
Didn't he go to your school?
I would take Michael Gallup.
I would take Michael Gallup.
I would love
He
Michael
cool.
Gallup.
I'd take him.
He'd be my number one wide receiver if he's available right
I'd take
now.
Michael
We
Gallup.
will drive I will drive the
I
Dallas
think he
tonight.
will be. I think he will be.
He
available.
is like
I think
that.
they're
He
gonna
can
cut him.
play. He can play. He is a little smaller, but he can catch the ball.
But anyway, back to the draft.
No, he's good.
Good point on that.
And that's just a preview. So we'll look at it. If I give you 3 names from every position, just to recap everything. You got the wide receivers. Tackle, Mayfield, Jenkins, Eichenberg from Notre Dame. I would think.
That's right. Touchdown Jesus, baby.
You
Did you
don't. You don't.
Where did Ronnie Stanley go to
draft
school? Where did Ronnie
skill
Stanley go to
players
school?
From Notre
Where did
Dame.
Claypool? Where did Chase Claypool go to school?
You take the tackles.
Exactly. And you would take Chase Claypool right now.
No,
Go the
Chase
hell I
Claypool
would.
had one
I
good
would.
game.
Yo.
But he would be the best receiver on our team.
No,
That's
he
not saying anything.
I still like Hollywood.
He wouldn't even caught the ball, so
Claypool can play.
he
man.
wouldn't have had a chance to have 13
If it's one thing I
touchdowns.
know about Notre Dame players, they are soft, bro. Even the linemen are good, soft. Everybody not named Zach Martin, soft. Including our our left tackle, Ronnie Stanley. He's very good. He's also very soft. So anybody from Notre Dame, prepare your trainer, prepare the training staff, get a pillow, get some hot chocolate, everything you need to make him feel warm and cozy, because he's soft.
Do you think Sewell is as good as they're making him out to be? They call him a Hall
Got
of
him at
Fame.
number 3 on my board. I think if we pretty much just put it in pen, he's going to be a Cincinnati Bengal and the perfect spot right there. But yeah, I got number 3 on my big board. So he's not technical, but he's kind of like Mackay from the Jets. From
Yeah, I like Beckham.
the same guy. He's just a big guy that can move and it's a freak. Just put him out there.
Beckham had a
Nobody's
really
getting
good
around
rookie
him.
year.
So
He did.
I love
it's
Beckham.
just going to be just the same way with Sewell. So technically, if the Jets did need a quarterback, I might just put him on the right side if they really wanted to do that and just lock it down. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to pick Zach Wilson and just call it a day.
Who's your number one quarterback?
Number 1 quarterback, Trey Lance. So we'll get that to the draft preview. And I'll do the Chris Sims like he did with Zach Wilson. Just Trey Lance, everybody else.
Hey, you better put some respect on that on 5-year-old Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence is
It's Trey Lance
Okay.
and everybody else.
All
You can look at the tape and everything like that. Projected forward, Trey Lance.
I think Trey
carried
Lance
around.
has the biggest potential. Of
Yeah, he has the highest ceiling.
Highest ceiling, absolutely.
I don't think
but-
Trevor Lawrence gets better from what
oh,
he
he's
is
gonna
now.
get better.
I don't think he gets
Oh,
better.
I've been talking to
I'm
him.
with you right there.
I don't think he gets better.
I
I
think
think
he
I
gets
think he.
The
I think,
controversial take.
I
I'm
think he
saying
is
on
what he is.
DQ. He's Alex Smith. He's Alex Smith.
Oh my God,
Hell
we
no.
moving on now.
Hell no.
We are moving on.
We'll see. But
I
I
gave him Phillip Rivers
He's
before
Alex
Alex
Smith.
Smith.
Alex Smith ain't got no arm, so
He's Alex
Trevor Lawrence can throw that
Trevor
thing. Y'all better
Lawrence
put
can
some
throw the
respect.
ball. I
And he can
wasn't-
move. That boy
I said
can
Phillip
move.
Rivers.
Trevor
No,
Lawrence
no,
is
I
better.
was
Than,
talking him.
Alex Smith went 1. Just letting y'all know that.
Trevor Lawrence is better than Joe Burrow
One
who
of the
won
worst
last
ones.
year. And I
Alex
love Joe
Smith
Burrow.
went 1.
Trevor Lawrence is better than Joe
And I
Burrow.
love Joe Burrow. But Trevor Lawrence is better than
He's
Joe Burrow.
not better.
He's
than
not
Joe
better
Burrow.
than Joe Burrow.
Okay. All right.
I don't
We
think
got-
so.
we got-
After seeing what, no, only reason
Yo,
I'm saying
Me
that,
and Byron
This
agree on
NFL
quarterback. That
after
never
seeing
happens.
Joe Burrow in the
show is
NFL,
about to
Get
be
lit. I'm
lit,
trying to
yo.
tell you.
after seeing Joe Burrow in the NFL, I might give it to Joe Burrow, bro. If he had an offensive line last year,
We'll save it for the other shows we
I'm
have
saving it for
coming.
the other
But I
show.
love the difference in
I
opinions.
might have to. I might have to.
I love Trey Lance though. I want him to do well. I hope he goes to Carolina.
I like
too.
Trevor
I want him
Lawrence.
to go to Carolina.
I think that he's the legitimate number one.
I think if
That shit is
Carolina
no
gets a quarterback,
question.
they could win that division.
Where does Trevor Lawrence get better at in his game?
I think he's underrated athletically. I think his precision and
So he gets
accuracy is
better
second to
athletically?
none. I think his intelligence is Peyton Manning level. I think he just has the
Like I
size.
said,
You didn't answer my
Trey
question.
Lance was
Where does he
putting
get
that
better?
thing
Yes.
I
in
think he
money.
gets better at throwing the ball. He can get better.
I just think his football IQ will improve.
And
So
his
I think-
athleticism is underrated.
I think
I
that is what's
think
gonna-
that's what separates him.
Trevor Lawrence from everybody else.
But
That's
I'm
the only thing
saying,
I think.
I think
That's why I
that-
think he's
and
one.
he has the size.
And I think that will get better.
and his
Say
mechanics.
IQ?
And his mechanics are better.
Yes, I do think his. I think his
In the
football.
Clemson offense?
I think his
Not
this
this
football.
past one.
I'm thinking his football IQ will get better.
I think he's going to the right
What you mean?
situation too.
Deshaun Watson came from that same offense,
No, it was completely different. But
same head coach.
yeah, it was, but Deshaun, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
That show gonna be lit. Y'all tune in, man.
We got the cornerbacks. We always want to draft a corner. I think what's the streak? on cornerback.
It's like 7.
7
years?
years, something like that. It's a lot.
What did we
Seven
draft last
years?
year?
Iman? Oh, that was 2 years ago.
No, we didn't draft one last
Oh,
year.
DBs, they call it, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
call
yeah,
it
DBs, 'cause we didn't
No,
draft a-
DB,
we didn't draft a corner
DB
last year.
one year.
We could need. We probably
We
need
are
one for
going
that.
to draft a safety in this.
I'm hoping
the
to.
first 4
Late round
rounds.
guy we'll get Marco Wilson. That's the guy from Florida. I think he's definitely
Oh,
going to
he
be
did.
that guy. That's the late round guy. Mid round guy.
I like that receiver from
I think I want to go
Oh, you
Bryce
talking about,
Thompson.
I can't pronounce his name.
Tooney? No.
The first round, J.C. Horn
I know
makes a
you're
lot of
talking
sense.
about-
for
yeah.
us.
I was about to say who.
JC.
Shout out to Kyle Pitts,
I like
too,
him.
while we talk
First
about
round,
Florida.
J.C. Horn makes a lot of sense for us if you want to do it. He's like Jimmy Smith.
I like Jason.
How do you feel about the tight end from Penn State? I forgot his name. I can't
Pat
remember.
Freiermuth, I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
They be having some weird names.
Yeah, that's why I can't remember his name. I wouldn't mind him.
I think you want to call him Austin Hooper if you want to do a pro comp. If you want to call him that, but
I think he might be a little
He
bit
probably
better.
a little bit
Austin
better.
Hooper.
Yeah.
But I
Shout
think
out to
Austin
the
Hooper-
Browns for
I think
overpaying.
Austin Hooper underrated, but he overpaid.
You said over?
It's
You said
hard to
underrated
be
or
underrated.
overrated?
Underrated, overpaid.
That's a. I don't even think that's possible.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be underrated and overpaid.
Yeah, yo, I'm not with it.
Overpaid.
I'm not
Yeah,
with
he
it.
definitely went to a team before the tight ends.
Overrated and
Yeah, he just
overpaid.
didn't
Yeah, he
There
went to
you go.
around. I can agree with that.
One, I can't pay tight ends that much unless you my guy.
Gronk.
Yeah, unless you my guy.
Gronk.
Nah,
Okay.
Hernandez.
I think I gotta lock you in at $9 million. Kind of got to do that thing like we do with people. Gotta-
I didn't know
9 million,
Gronk was
no
gonna
more
be
than
this,
that.
but I knew he was gonna be nice.
No, I'm just saying. Once Gronk got paid, you was gonna pay Gronk. You was gonna give Gronk a. When Gronk was Gronk, you got a
Hey,
blank
what's
check,
Kelsey
Gronk.
getting? Kelsey getting what? 12, 13?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
being the guy. So,
Yeah.
I think after that, if you're not that, you gotta get 9. They paid 11. Yeah, they paid,
How much
Like,
Kittle
how
got?
much Kittle got? Yeah.
I think Kittle got the high. Yeah,
That's why I feel good about
highest
Stephen
in the league.
Andrews because they're not going to break the bank per se.
Yeah, because he's not that guy. So.
He's Mark Andrews hasn't shown. Mark Andrews is second tier. Like
And we can
top
franchise
five.
them. And the
no, I'm
franchise
not.
don't make
I'm not
that
saying
happen.
that, but I think that the first tier is just 2 people.
I
Just
think.
two
I
people.
think.
It's
All right,
just
I'll
two
put it to you
people.
like that. I think Mark. I think Mark Andrews is every bit as good as Zach Ertz, if not better.
I have him over top
No,
of
Zach Ertz is in
I
that
have.
second tier.
I have Kittle, Kelsey,
And then everybody else.
Andrews, Waller, Ertz. That's my 5.
I like
Not
Darren
Ertz
Waller.
now,
He just
but-
can't.
Yeah,
block.
Ertz
2
last
years
year
ago.
was a little weird. Yeah, Ertz last year was
2
a
years
little
ago.
weird.
Talking about he
because
might not be
Carson
there.
was terrible last year. So let's just.
Yeah.
The Eagles as an organization was terrible
Terrible.
last year. Carson Wentz will have a redemption year this year. Draft that man in fantasy football if you're playing. I'm not, but that's okay.
I drafted 1 year too early and I lost. So, and that's another day. So, whatever.
How can they keep up with you?
He like, don't keep up with me.
No. Don't keep up. Oh, just keep up with me at Twitter at Greatness Calls. I'm going to be doing some heavy stuff with draft. I'm coming up
He does put out something every day.
every day with the draft. I'm going to start doing player profiles and everything like that. Probably next month, but I'm going to get that together. But hopefully I'm here for the draft episode because I'm going to be there with everything. With boards and rankings. And as y'all already know, I gave out the big stuff. We're not drafting a quarterback, but just so y'all can tune in and y'all can put it on your feed and say, this guy's crazy. Trey Lance, everybody else. And at first round, we should draft a wide receiver.
I agree with
I agree
everything
with-
except for Trevor Lawrence.
I agree with
though.
that last thing.
Yeah,
you
everything
said.
except for Trevor Lawrence. But
Only-
you know, we appreciate you coming.
Unless Micah Parsons want to fall, then I'm with
He ain't
that.
falling to us,
I'm with
but
that.
I think he will be a
I'm with
steal
that.
wherever he falls. Like
I'm
you said,
with
New
that.
England would be great. Put him with Bill.
That would be. Oh my.
That'd be crazy.
The Patriots are going to be competitive this year. They had a lot of
They're gonna
opt-outs.
pay.
They'll be 9-7.
That's the Kenny G secret, but I don't think he's gonna go there because of Matt Patricia. So that's the problem. But it would make a lot of sense if Cam Newton can get him to go there. But that's another.
Well, we'll see what happens. Off season starts in a couple of hours, actually, 2 days. And
wait.
So are we still big trust? Are the Ravens still big trust without Mark Ingram?
No.
Yeah, Mark.
No.
Man, we can't do that without Mark.
Yeah,
man.
it's not the same.
let's just get to
bro.
a conference
Rest in
championship
peace, big
game.
trust.
Like,
Let's get to a conference championship.
It was
game.
an amazing time. We need a new name.
Just
I don't
need to get
even
to a
know we
conference
call.
championship
They
game.
be calling them all freaky. They gotta change all that. Freaky out.
El
all that.
Freaky.
Yeah.
El Freaky.
All that got government. That shit, man.
Hey, look, the AFC is wide open. All right, I haven't seen what the Chiefs are doing. It's wide open. They are still the team to beat, but it is more closer. The gap is closer than people think. I'm just gonna say that. So hey, like you said, Eric Costa, run it back. Let's go out there and try to see what we can
Change
do.
it up a little bit.
A little bit.
Like, share, subscribe,
All that good
comment.
stuff.
Tell us what you agreed with, what you didn't. We heard my man's right here, Trey Lance, everybody else. I'm not saying I agree with that, but that was his
Draft
thing.
episode gonna be.
Hey man, let him have it in his comment section, not ours.
He taking Trey Lance #1. He's saying.
Exactly.
Oh
I'll
man.
take it #1 and not even look back. But I'm
Well, we'll be back with the draft stuff coming real soon. Let us know your thoughts and what you want to see the Ravens do. We gone, y'all.